thank you for watching the Health and Nutrition channel. So I thought maybe some of you might be curious about who I am and why I'm doing this channel, so I thought I'd give you a little bit of information on that. So like I said, my name is Andrea, and I have been a fitness technician or a personal trainer specifically for almost 10 years now. I have been studying health and nutrition for longer than that. I have 2 associate's degrees, and I'm just finishing up my bachelor's with a minor in nutrition, and I'll be having a bachelor's in exercise physiology. My associate's degree is in personal training, and then a general studies degree. And I'm looking forward to eventually not only getting a minor in nutrition, but I'd like to get a master's in nutrition as well. And I'm looking at what graduate schools I'd like to go to right now since I'm about to finish up. So that's a little bit about my background. Now the reason why I went into health and fitness in the first place is because, well, it was about when I got right out of, I think I was right out of high school, and I was kind of deciding which way I should go. And I was just at the local community college, and I've been trying to learn about health and nutrition on my own, but was finding that there was a lot of information out there, and I just didn't know which was, where to find the right information and who was telling me what, and I felt like I was really just pretty much a novice, and I didn't want to be one anymore. And the turning point that I had is that I was about to walk up to a personal trainer to ask them for some advice about maintaining my weight for future years and whatnot, and I didn't want to just ask any trainer, and so I kind of did my research a little bit. And then while I was at the gym, I was doing my own workout. I didn't know what I was doing then, and I didn't know I was doing everything wrong then, which is why I wanted some help. And so I was watching several trainers, and I thought I picked one that I really liked. So I watched that trainer with his client, and he said, "Next, we're going to work your trapezoid." Well, last time I checked, trapezoid is a shape. You know, the kind of shapes you learn when you're in kindergarten. So I thought, geez, if personal trainer doesn't even know what he's talking about, then how do I know? And so I decided while I was in school, and since I didn't know what I was going into, I was planning on some very different fields. And I started taking some of these classes, and it grew into sort of a passion. So I was really excited about learning about it. So that's where I got my start. However, as many of you know who have degrees and things, towards the end of your degree, especially if you're working in your field, you burn out and things happen and whatever. So whatever the excuses, whatever the reasons, I stopped doing the things. I stopped practicing what I was preaching on mild levels, just a little bit at a time, and I put on some extra weight. So now I have some weight to lose, as you've seen from my weigh-in videos and from my workout videos that I've just started. So thanks for being so welcoming onto this YouTube community, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know you all. So please let me know of any questions that you have. I'd really like to give back the information that I've been learning over the years. I think that part of the reason why I went into the industry was because I felt like it was just so confusing and I just didn't know where to look. And so I want to be able to give you the information that I have spent years and tens of thousands of dollars acquiring, but I want to be able to give you knowledgeable information for free. So it's unbiased. I'm not trying to sell you anything. It's just this is the information that's out there at this time. So there are some things to be aware of. The study of physical education and fitness has been around since the 1800s. So the first sort of physical education department was actually formed in 1885. Now this is probably information you don't want to know, but the reason why I'm telling you this is because the actual physical study of movement is still relatively new. In comparison to other sciences. It is considered a study next to the medical field because it's so closely related. So that's why we get a lot of doctors, because it marries well with the studies. And since its beginning of its studies, it's always been something that that many physicians have actually started, and that's kind of how it's grown. Now, nutrition is about 400, this has only become a science in the last 400 years. So that is why there's so much information that seems to keep changing. It's not changing, it's that we have so much information. And I will give you this, I plan on giving you the studies and linking them below as we go over them if you'd like the links. You may not, so let me know if you don't want them. But so in order for something to become a cause and effect statement, as many of you know, is it can take hundreds to thousands of studies that conclude the same thing for them to say, oh, well, this is this. So that's why when you hear things like, I'm sure some of you have heard, that carrots cause cancer if you eat too many of them. Well, that was one study. It was one study that suggested that there was a possibility and it needed more research. So it's never a good idea to assume that if you eat too many carrots you're gonna get cancer, but the point of that is it's never a good idea to assume your life statements based on one study. That may not be the right information. So know where you're getting your information, check your sources, and challenge me. That's fine, challenge me on mine. I'm happy to do the research. I'm a researcher and I'm happy to give you the information that I find. So let me know on those. So yeah, so that's just a little bit about me, and I look forward to getting to know every one of you and teaching you the things that I know. I don't really know what else to say, so we'll just move on to the next subject. So I'm gonna separate this here into this is own video for those of you that care and want to know a little bit about why I'm doing this, and then I'll do a separate one for nutrition. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'd love to know a little bit about you guys, and yeah, once again, thank you for the support. It really means a lot. I'm really grateful for you guys, and it's been it's really helpful for me to kind of get back on track, and it gives me more of a purpose to something outside of myself to get my body back into shape, if that makes sense. So it's really beneficial for me, so I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.